Hi chums, Saturday the, I don't know, 10th or 11th of January 2014, and thank God 2013 is over because it was crap. So, I've got a promise to keep, and I'll do that shortly, but first of all we had something of an event this week when I got my septic tank emptied, okay? And the sewers had to be rotted as well. And it was pretty disgusting, but I'll tell you about it and all the gory details, but I know that some of you won't want to hear this, so I've decided to have a vote. Alright, I checked my numbers the other day, or yesterday before I did this video, and I've got over 2,000 subscribers, so we're going to have a vote. And in the style of democracy in many countries in the world, if 10 people vote to hear the story, I will tell it, okay? So if you want to hear the story about my septic tank being emptied and my sewers being rotted, just put your hands up. Right now, how am I going to know who's voting? We go back in time a wee bit. Remember the romper room and Miss Rose and Miss Adrienne and Miss Helen? Well, they had their magic mirror and they could see people through the TV and through their magic mirror. Well, haha. I have my magic mirror and I can see you all now. Okay, so I'm going to start looking for votes here, alright? So I'm going to start, I'm facing south, so I'm going to look over at England first. Right, there's Nikki, you were quick, Nikki, thank you, that's one. Nikki 1, we'll head over to America here now. There's Paula 2, thank you Paula. Where else have we got now? Up to Canada. Elise, look, just one hand, okay, one hand. You're not allowed 2 votes, okay? So Elisa, I know you're keen to hear it, but 1 vote. So there's 3. 3. Look, there's Lynn down in Wicklow, 4. God, the girls are really enjoying this, aren't they? So there's Lynn, 4. Oh, Sean's got a bad face on. He doesn't want to hear it. So there's Lynn. There's somebody jumping up and down. I just can't see that there at the moment. But there's Lynn, 4. We got back to America. No, there's Dale, 5. Thank you, Dale. There's boys are starting to come in. Anywhere else? We'll go over to Europe for a while. Good old Gary in Germany, 6. Gary, 6. Okay, bit closer. Oh, Alan. Oh, not too far from me. Thanks, Alan. There's 7. Does we scan around Europe? Oh, Sweden. Rob, thank you. There's 8. We need 1 more. 1 more. No, 2 more. We've only got 8. We need 2 more. Who's up? Oh, there he is. Darren. Thank you very much. Darren down in Wicklow, Wexford, Wicklow. Thank you very much. There's 9. Now we need 1 more vote. 1 more vote. There's none. North America's not doing too well. Where are we going now? Mediterranean? No. Europe. We'll try Australia. We'll go to Australia, right? Oh, they're all in their beds. They're all in. What day is it in Australia anyway? It must be probably next Wednesday, isn't it? So the Australians are in bed. No votes there, and I don't see any more votes for the story for the septic tank. Come on, disgusting septic tank story, folks. We'll need some more votes. No. Sorry folks. 9 votes, can't tell the story. So what I'll do instead is I'll keep a promise here and I'll open the suitcase. Okay, so suitcase time. Now I'm going to use my new super duper camera stand here that Rick Van Man recommended. It's called a Velbon DF61. They're on Amazon for small money for what you get. They're a really sturdy stand. This camera is up. I can put this up higher again. Now I'm 7'3" and it's in level with me, so it still goes a bit higher, you know. So I'll just turn it round here now, and we'll put her down onto the thing. I just have to wind her down. How do we get wind? Oh, here we go. Down. This is my first time using this camera. Well, that's a lie. It's actually my 2nd time. See that there? Isn't that lovely and smooth? Even Gary Ent would be proud of that there. And there's the suitcase, guys, and we'll just do a wee pull in the suitcase there. Right, that should be okay there. Okay, we'll leave it at that, and we'll get this suitcase opened. Now, the story behind the suitcase. This suitcase was planted in 2012. Okay, with Charlotte potatoes. They're a salad potato. And then I put it in the greenhouse as usual to keep it from getting frosted. And then when I was putting the potatoes in last year, 2013 in March, I noticed that the suitcase was still sitting not opened. So I thought to myself, what would happen if I just left the potatoes in it and allowed the new potatoes to become seed potatoes? So hopefully this thing will be bursting at the seams with Charlotte potatoes, but we're going to see now, okay? It got no other treatment than it got topped up with compost a little and watered, same as every other bag. So we'll open this one up now and see how we go. And just to let you see, I'm going to use my piggin. What's a piggin? That's a piggin there, okay? It's a bucket, Nova Scotia, Labrador, Newfoundland area, but Nova Scotia. Walter made this for me. His name is Cooper69. It's Cooper's. I'll put a link down below to Walter's channel, and he makes those in one of a historical farm type place or historical park. And his name, I think Cooper. Well, that would explain a lot, wouldn't it, with the barrels? But he makes those, and they're a wonderful thing, and they last for 487 years if you look after them. So they're a great job, and I'm very pleased with it. And Walter, first time I've used it is now. So here we go. The potato, the suitcase. People thought I was joking about having a suitcase full of potatoes, but here it is. My suitcase is getting a bit dilapidated now, mind you, because it's. Well, I think it's on its 4th year or 5th year now, so it's not doing too well. Well, see, does the zip still work? Oh, look at that there. See that there? Who said Chinese stuff was crap? Well, maybe they're right. It's going to need a bit of help here, I think. So we'll just kind of cut through that and cut down there, and then we'll just cut across there, and we're into the suitcase. Right now, what do we see? I don't want to do this video and then discover that I'm out of position the whole time. No, that looks dead on. Okay, so what's been happening? Not a whole lot has been happening. Right, folks. Right, here we are. We've got an issue already. We have an issue already. Okay, those are not Charlotte potatoes. Those are Cara potatoes. Now, I think I've been sabotaged because one time about 4 years ago, I found a row of lettuces in among my carrots. So I went up to the house and accused my children of sabotage, and they went, "Daddy, you just probably forgot you put the lettuces in when you sowed the carrots." And I said, "No, I do not sow carrots and lettuces together." And then they started to say things like, "Well, look, you're getting older, Daddy, maybe it's a wee bit of Alzheimer's setting in." They really do like to torture me, you know. And I said, "No." So nobody has admitted to sabotaging my carrots. And look at this. There's a Cara potatoes in among Charlottes. So there's been somebody up to their devious tricks again. So another Cara. And look, there's a seed potato. There's the seed potato, a wee one just above the, just below the surface. So we'll just see how we get on here with the rest of them. another Cara. Is it any wonder I'm scared to go to sleep at night in case of people doing things on me? Look, more Caras. And now we're on to Charlotte's. No, that's a Cara. Sorry, that's a Cara. Oh no, right. Look, Cara again. Don't work with children and animals. Don't work with potatoes either, isn't that it? What to say? We'll add that one in. Now, Cara. Little ones. So we're in the right region. Oh, look at what is going on here. Another Cara. They don't care, you know. My family don't care what they do to me. Right, so folks, these are all Cara potatoes. Now, this is really sort of making me wonder now. Have I been sabotaged, or did I mix up my potatoes? I don't actually mind because if I did mix them up, it means that if I mixed up the shallots and the caras, it just means that I've got more cara, which is even better. But I'm not so sure about this at all. The label on the top of the thing said shallots. So, another one of the world's great mysteries. Great mysteries revealed. Now, Cara. No, this is now. Hold on, I might have to make abject apologies to my family here, because these are all Cara. So basically, then, if these are all Cara, it means that I've left the Caras in for 2 years, basically, instead of 1 year, and I've put different potatoes in by mistake. Right, we proceed anyway. But nothing exciting has happened really recently, you know. It's just been kind of quiet and sensible here, which is just exactly what I need. So, right folks, I think we're going to have to change my opinion, and I apologise to my family on air. I'm sorry guys, I accused you in the wrong. I put the different potatoes in. But I still don't believe that I planted the lettuces. Yeah, that's what's happened. That's a good in there, isn't it? I've put in caras instead of shallots. Use labels, folks. Use labels. Don't assume anything. But I'll tell you what, I'm kind of disappointed because there's no more potatoes from that than there were from the ones in the bags by themselves. So I'm kind of disappointed, to tell you the truth. No, nothing there. That's it. I think that's just down to the bottom now. The suitcase, I think, has had its day as well. Yeah, it was Cara's then, folks, because there's not a single Charlotte potato in that bag, and that's them all done now. Not a single potato, not a single Charlotte in there. I'm just digging through the last bit at the bottom here to try to make sure I'm not in the way, to make sure I get everything. No. No more. Well, there's one over there. I think I've had enough repurposing. So I'll just get a rake here and rake this out. Let me show you how many I got, and you'll see that there's not as many even as there is in an ordinary bag. So basically, there was no benefit from leaving them in for 2 years to allow them to go wild and establish themselves. There's one there. A wee one. Oh. I'll just do the usual thing here where I put them out on the floor to let you, or on the thing to let you see them. Where's that wee one go? There's one there. Those are the wee ones that will come up in the middle of your plants next year. Right. Right, there we are. Now, just going to check where that's pointing so I can see if I've got. Right, I'll just pour these out now and see how we get on. Take them all now. There you are, folks, that's what we got. It's not a whole lot more than I get out of an ordinary bag. So, in terms of viability for leaving them in for 2 years, I don't think it's worth it, because there's no more potatoes there than I would have had from the bag. And okay, but probably I did plant the different potato, the Cara, instead of Charlotte in that bag, but it doesn't make me any less suspicious of my family. So I'm not off guard, folks, alright? So whatever you're planning next, I'll try to be ready for it. So there you are, folks. Where we are here? Where are we here? I like this here feature. I like this. What do we see? I'm going to wind myself up again. Ooh. Oh. So, what do you call it? That's it, folks. A bit of a fail, actually. I'm not very pleased with that at all. The suitcase didn't fail, so we can still grow potatoes in suitcases if you want to, but the experiment failed. There seemed to be no value in leaving them in the bags, so we can put that one down to experience, I suppose. So I don't know what the next one's going to be. Let's just show you something here now. Behind me, if I can just tip the camera down, see in there, that's all potatoes in there. In behind that wee truck, that's all potatoes in there. So there's about another, I'll just tell you now, 2, 4, 6, 8, about another, there's about, there's about another 10 bags to go yet. So I'll file this up on the internet now and see you later. So all the best now, folks, and to all of you, have a happy 2014. I hope it's kind to you. Okay, all the best now. Bye bye.